All right, fans, Jefe De Mayo, main event time, and I am here with Mike Wiltz. How did you do that?
What can I say? It is the magic of television. I'm there. I'm here. Casey Blackrose is coming out right now, though.
Casey Blackrose looking ready to go, rare and roaring. And he's wanting to get this started right away. All the fans are right behind him, too.
That they are. First of all, I can't believe you're talking over our excellent ring announcer here, Doc. Very disrespectful, first and foremost. But I've come to expect that from you. That's okay. Casey Blackrose, though, directly to your point, one hell of a competitor, one half of the Flocking Brawlers, has held multiple titles across the state of Texas. Everywhere he's been has been a serious competitor. And I'm telling you, tonight, the main event of Jefe De Mayo is going to be no different.
Well, we're going to see where we land here. Casey Blackrose, of course, not really fazed by what's going to happen here in the ring because he knows, like you said, he's been all over Texas. He's been out nationally, sharing, showing, and showing out his skills in the backbreaking scene.
That he has. Casey Blackrose, I mean, iron sharpens iron. He's been going up against the absolute toughest that the Texas independent scene has to offer. However, that being said, hold on, I want to give away to our excellent announcer here. That's called respect.
Okay, well, you're showing your self-respect.
Well, somebody has to around here, good Lord. But anyway, like I was saying, Casey Blackrose has one hell of a challenge in front of him in the form of that man. And fans, in case you missed that, let me reiterate what we just told you there on screen. This is Daga, internationally known luchador from Mexico, has been virtually every major promotion that the world has to offer, is currently in Pro Wrestling Noah over in Japan, the GAC Junior Heavyweight Champion, Doc. And when I was talking about a test for Casey Blackrose, that iron sharpens iron mentality, this is exactly what I had in mind. Daga is about as tough as they come, and if Casey's not on the top of his game, El Jefe is going to run right over him.
We're going to see what Casey's going to do tonight, because considering the fact that, like you said, he is going to be sharpening his skills against Daga, he has to not only sharpen his physical skills, but his mental ones as well. There's a lot of strategies going to have to go into this match. Daga's getting ready, taking off his outerwear. Casey pacing back and forth in his corner.
You hear Casey trying to get the crowd behind him. I got to think he's trying to psych himself up just as much as anybody else in this match. He's very well aware of the pedigree Daga has and what this man has done in the sport of professional wrestling. And like I said, Doc, I know Casey's very aware of it, but all it's going to take against someone like Daga, a competitor of this caliber, is just one little mistake, just one little miscalculation. It could cost you the match.
Well, it's as much a thinking game as it is a physical one. You really have to make sure that you're sharp on your wits, and you have to get in there quickly. For this to be effective for Casey, he cannot let up. He cannot get distracted. Fans definitely behind him. They're chanting Casey's name. First, they're circling around each other. A handshake, show of respect. Like to see it, unlike some people.
Hold on, what are you trying to imply?
Casey Blackrose, he's looking right into the eyes of Daga. First lockup. We're going to see who's going to be able to get the upper hand on this.
Both men jockeying for position. Daga pushing Casey Blackrose back to the ropes. Casey Blackrose reversing it, but both men jockeying for position. Referee Floyd Curl in there with a count.
Separating the two. Quick little slap, wake him up. Casey Blackrose.
That's right, just letting him know he's there. Making sure Casey's head is in the game.
And these two are at the peak of their physical strength. They're at their peak in their physique. You're looking at Casey Blackrose. He's been showing a lot of work here lately in the socials that he's been putting in, getting ready for every match that he comes up against.
You're absolutely right, Doc. Casey Blackrose has been in the gym, been putting in the work, and is reaping the benefits of that right now. But again, look who he's in the ring with. That is Daga, a physical specimen of an in-ring competitor if there ever was one. On top of being just an incredible in-ring competitor, the man is also into bodybuilding. He knows full well what an excellent physique could bring to the table in the world of professional wrestling. Again, not taking anything away from Casey at all. But he can't count on that being an edge, just like we were saying, Doc. It's a physical and a mental game on every level. And just like you see there, both men just getting a read on each other. Daga with a double underhook. Looked like he was going for a tiger driver, but gets caught by Casey.
Not positioned well enough because Daga was able to escape. Casey taking the arm back to the ground. But Casey, Head scissors to Daga. Oh!
Daga right back after him with arm drag takeover, but Casey trying to get the head scissors. Daga fighting out of it.
Not cool. Ooh, Casey's got the shoulder up. Daga's able to also keep himself in the game and back down. Casey's on his back. Now you can see how quick-witted they're being right now with physically, considering the fact that they are not giving each other enough time to really figure out where the opportunities may be, because Casey Blackrose really had to get in there quickly because Daga was right behind him.
Absolutely. I mean, both of these men, we've said it time and time again already in the opening moments of this match, both of them hellacious competitors, both of them wanting to be the best in their field, and both of them willing to do whatever it takes to get there. But just like we saw, I mean, wrestling holds a little tit for tat, just as much a feeling out process as it is trying to get one over on the other guy. I gotta think sooner or later one of them is going to get the upper hand on the other, and that's when this match is really going to kick into high gear.
We got to figure out whether that's going to be when the stamina is low, because that's also an aspect of this that we have to consider. Is it going to be when they're tired, they're mentally exhausted, or when physically they can't go anymore? Casey Blackrose throwing Daga into the ropes. Casey missing an attack from Daga, taking him down just the same.
Daga sent right to the mat. You see him trying to roll into the corner, creating some space between himself and the babyface backbreaker, Casey Blackrose. But Casey right in there, charging in with the European uppercut.
Daga's being sent to the other side, but he reverses that, sends Casey into the corner. Casey's able to lift that leg to put some space, and another uppercut into Daga, looking dazed. Casey taking him to the ropes again.
Daga ducks the clothesline. Casey tries to get him with the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, just catches him. Looked like Daga was trying to correct into a head scissors, couldn't quite do it, but Casey Blackrose just up with another backbreaker, sends Daga down.
We know Casey knows how to get those backbreakers out of his back pocket. Using that advantage, he puts Daga into a serious world of hurt. He rolls out of the ring to get a quick reprieve from Casey, but Casey is coming right back in for more.
As he should. I mean, this is a good mentality that I wish we saw more from the people here at Hybrid. Casey's not going to let any opportunity slip him by. He is going to stay on the attack, make sure that he can take advantage of every opportunity, every opening that Daga allows him, because like we've said, Doc, you're not going to get too many of them in there with that man. Just like that, Daga back in the ring. Casey stuck on the apron. Casey going for the boot, but Daga ready for him into the dragon screw on the apron, and that's exactly what I was talking about, Doc. Just a competitor on a completely different level who, if you're not careful, will catch you slipping as he goes to the crossbody at the outside.
Now Daga's getting the crowd behind him. Casey Blackrose on the ground. A fan trying to give him some air as he cradles that knee, that leg. Taking that damage from Daga is not going to be a good way for him to continue if he's able to. We're going to see if he can find a way around that pain.
Well, Daga's going to need more than, Casey is going to need a little bit more than a fan fanning him, if you'll excuse the verbiage there.
I see what you did there.
He's going to need a full-blown medical team if he doesn't get on top of his game here. Daga going for the pin, but just the one count.
He's still holding on to that leg. Daga circling him like a shark. We're going to see if Casey can recover quickly. Oh, takes that leg right back around, twisted in the wrong direction. Wonder how many tendons he snapped in that particular move.
Don't know how many he got, but I know Daga's going for all of him, just methodically targeting that leg of Casey Blackrose, going for the pin again, just a 2 count, but Daga has locked in on the right leg of Casey Blackrose. You gotta think, if the babyface backbreaker can't mount some type of a comeback here, he's gonna be fighting with only one wheel.
And so it's a great strategy considering how Casey uses his lower body to,
Shin breaker, just again, that same leg, Daga right back on the attack, hooking the injured leg, but still Casey refusing to be put away.
As I was saying, he uses his lower body to anchor himself to the ground to be able to pull off the moves that he does with his backbreakers. And the assault continues now on the knee. Daga really plants a boot into it. Oh, another one for good measure.
And you touched on it a little bit earlier, Doc, those ligaments, those tendons in the leg of Casey Blackrose. I mean, Casey has as much heart and as much fight in him as anybody else, but that could also work to your detriment if you push yourself a little bit too far. I mean, how much damage is really being done by Daga here as he drives that elbow into the knee? And again, just like you said, this assault continues. When is enough enough? Is Casey going to have to tear one of those tendons? Is he going to have to rupture one of those ligaments before he decides that Daga might just be the better competitor here? He might need to think about his long-term health.
Well, he's not going to give up, of course, because he knows what's on the line. It's not a title right now. It's not any type of championship, anything. It is pride. It's his dignity. He wants to make sure he shows everyone who he is, what he's about. But he, like you said earlier, he's sharpening his skills against a well-renowned wrestler.
I really think you hit the nail on the head again there, Doc. Pride is what Casey Blackrose is suffering from at the moment. This pride keeping him in this match is Daga, just a diving elbow on the knee of Casey Blackrose, again hooking the injured leg and a near fall. But Doc, how many more of those near falls does Casey have in him? Every time Daga goes for the pin, Casey's just a little bit closer to not being able to kick out, to Daga getting that 3 and to losing this match. Is that pride, is that dignity worth the punishment that he's going through right now?
We've seen Casey in a lot worse, especially with his tag team partner with the Flocking Brawlers, Brandon Weiss. He's always found a way to rekindle that fire and just burn really bright. So we're going to see what he can do as he continues to take the assault to the leg. Daga takes him to the corner. Ooh, cracks him right across the chest. Casey Blackrose showing the pain as he doubles over.
You want to talk about some fire, Doc? How about lighting the chest up of Casey Blackrose? Daga with that knife edge chop, snap suplex, takes the brawler over, and again Daga right back on the attack, honing in, laser focus on that knee as he continues to just wrench, pull, assault the joints of Casey Blackrose. Floyd Curl in there asking him if Casey wants to quit, but he's just refusing. Daga, to his credit, refusing to let go, working the hold, and I think he's biting the man.
Good Lord! He's going to continue his assault, really bending that leg in the opposite direction it should bend. Casey Blackrose trying to find a way through using the hair, his back. But unfortunately, Daga's got a good grip on that leg. He's working on every part of it, too.
See Casey throwing those boots with his free leg. Imagine he's going to try to get some strikes going here. There he is, just hard forearm shots. That chop just trying everything he can to get out of this predicament. But Daga, drop kick out of nowhere. Casey Blackrose right back down. Daga goes for the pin. 1, 2.
Casey's back up again, shoulders up. He's ready to go, but how ready is he going to be with the assault he just took to his lower body? We're going to see if he's able to get himself back on his feet. Daga already circling. He's looking at the ref, making sure he's counting correctly. Casey's back on his bottom, scooting his way as far away from Daga as he can, which, again, good strategy. Want to recover real quick, Daga, making sure the audience knows.
If you're asking what is the matchup or what is this match looking like right now, I mean, I would say just this is a perfect still of how this is going so far. Casey Blackrose all hard, but just on the receiving end of so much punishment. Daga just standing above him, almost cocky in his victory, rightfully so in my opinion. He has had the lion's share of the offense, put Casey Blackrose through no short measure of hell so far in this match. Talking to the crowd, even to Floyd Curl at times.
I think this is where you have to be careful. You don't want to get distracted because you never know where your opponent, where their head is, where their stamina is, where their energy's at. Casey Blackrose already coming back, throwing those forearms into Daga's head. Audience already counting. They're exchanging shots in the middle of the ring. Ooh, drop kick to, again, same leg.
It is all going according to plan. Daga more than happy to get in there and throw hands with anybody else, but this man has always got his plan in mind with every motion that he takes in that ring. Casey Blackrose, that right leg, got to be hanging on by a thread. I imagine even after this match, he's going to be feeling the effects of everything he's gone through here tonight. But we're not done yet. Daga Irish whip to the corner. Casey Blackrose up and over, but you see him gets caught with that bad leg. Daga does get caught with the elbow, goes down one more time, but Casey feeling the pain. Daga again.
He's working through it. You got to give him that much. Ooh.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Daga gets caught, but there you see El Jefe fires up. Casey one more time, though, catches him. But Doc, that knee right there, the one Casey uses for those very same backbreakers, is the very same knee Daga has been targeting with his offense throughout the match.
That goes to show how much time Daga spends studying his opponent, considering he spent so much time on that leg. Casey Blackrose still sacrificed himself. Ooh. Crossbody splash over to Daga in the corner. Casey's outside on the ring apron. Jumping right over the top rope.
Oh, a senton from the outside. Incredible, innovative offense from Casey Blackrose, using what he's got, doing what he has to do to get Daga, but only gets a near fall.
I think that's going to be the key word here is how innovative can you be, and Casey Blackrose is going to have to think outside the box because now that leg is seriously injured. he's going to have to figure out another way to get Daga down.
I think you and I are on the same page here, Doc. I mean, you said it a little bit a few minutes ago as well. Daga is one of these competitors who does go into this match very well learned, does study his tape, does study his opponents. That being said, Casey Blackrose trying these innovative techniques, this stuff that we don't necessarily see him break out that often, that could very well be his ticket to victory here. If he busts something out that Daga's just not ready for, it could be that one moment that he needs to capitalize on this match. But Doc, that may be a fantasy as Daga gets him up and over, but Casey got the waist lock, gets caught with the elbow. Daga now into the ropes, slides through. The boot, the leg, and the thrust kick. The brawler is rocked up and down.
My goodness. Oh, not quite, not quite. He almost got that 3. Unfortunately, Casey was able to get that shoulder back up. That backbreaker on the side of Daga. That was an incredible way to get that in there. Casey Blackrose really could not keep himself on his feet. And if you notice, Daga was now working on the other leg to get that counter in.
Well, I guess it's a smart move. I mean, he's already got one leg down. If you can take both of them, he's only got 2. How much of an offense can you mount if both your legs are taken out from under you? Are you going to crawl across the ring, try to bite him on the ankle? I mean, that's about all Casey Blackrose can do at that point.
Do a handstand. Find somewhere to get that one.
Hey, like I said, you got to make do with what you got. But again, he is in there with an internationally known and renowned competitor. Again, the GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion himself is who Casey Blackrose is in there with, Doc. Let's not sell anybody short here, as Daga has Casey Blackrose in trouble, to say the least. Both men up in a high-risk district, but Casey Blackrose sent down to the canvas. What's Daga got in mind?
He's sitting on the top turnbuckle, getting ready to see what he can do to Casey Blackrose, but he processed a little too late. Casey Blackrose able to move his way out of harm's way. Ooh, taking a side kick to the head. Daga is on fire right now. Again, back on the same leg, though.
Look at that dragon screw leg whip right into the knee bar. Daga never lets go of that ankle, maintains control, and just moves right into this submission. Casey Blackrose is in the middle of the ring. He's got nowhere to go. Floyd Curl in there asking him what he wants to do, if he wants to give up. Casey Blackrose not really saying anything. You see him shaking his head no, but he's just crying out in pain, desperately trying to get to those ropes. Daga wrenching on his knee. Like we've been saying, those ligaments, those tendons, those could rupture at any minute.
What a hard position to get out of, considering you can lock that in there in the middle of the ring, and he has his lower back arched in such a way where it's really tough to get through, to pull through. But Casey Blackrose manages to do it, holding the ropes, making sure that he's able to stay in this match. But Daga is telling the fans, no, Casey's not going to win this one, not yet.
Got to think it was just a stroke of luck for Casey to get to the ropes when he did. I got to imagine if that hold was locked in just a few seconds more, this match would be over. But nonetheless, Casey Blackrose back on his feet. Daga blocks the right hand as Casey throws one of his own one more time. Again, Casey blocks, fires back, but Daga catching him. But here we go, both of these men just trading back and forth in the middle of the ring. Big right hands. Any one of these could be a knockout blow.
See Daga down first. Casey Blackrose, the only man standing right now. Daga struggling to get back on his feet, looking a little bit dazed. Casey Blackrose taking his arms and, ooh, took a shot to the face instead. Daga firing back, but again, Casey returns with another fist to the face.
Daga just firing these forearms. Again, just rocking Casey Blackrose, but Casey does manage to fire back with that hit with 2 kicks, followed by the European uppercut. Daga fires back both of these men, just leaving it all in the middle of the ring. Casey going for the tilt-a-whirl, but no, swings him right back down into a slam. Again, something we have not seen Blackrose break out before. Is that going to be enough?
Ooh, that was close. And that's what we were talking about before. You have to be more creative than what you're usually used to. Daga being such a well-renowned fighter, such a well-traveled and well-studied fighter, you can't just rely on the same things that you pull out of the well many, many times.
100% right, and Doc, this is exactly the moment we've been talking about the entire match. Casey Blackrose has done, frankly, the one thing I didn't think he would be able to do. Catch Daga off guard. He's got Daga on the mat. He has to take this moment to capitalize, but has the damage been done? I mean, Casey Blackrose, you see him rightfully slow to get to his feet after all the damage just that one leg has gone through, much less anything else. But Casey Blackrose has one thing in him. He's all heart. See, he's going for the Broken Dreams backbreaker, that Gotch-style grip. But Daga manages to fight out of it.
That's one thing we know about the human body. It can do miracles if you allow it to. The adrenaline going through Casey's body is probably contributing to the fact that he's pushing through the pain and staying in this match as long as he has with Daga. Daga on the, getting on the top rope. In the corner, Casey Blackrose in a very tight predicament. Daga holding his head tightly. But Casey's...
I think Daga's thinking of superplex, but Casey looks like maybe trying to fight out of it. No, there they go. Daga rolls through, still has Casey hooked. Good Lord, he just rolled through a superplex, but Casey hit him with the roll-up. Daga kicks out.
That was way too close for comfort for both fighters, but we're going to see where we land here because Daga's coming back with the attack, and Casey,
catches him with the backbreaker, just barely the damage of Casey being apparent, but moves it to the pin, not enough to put Daga away.
And this is the point of the match where you really got to put your frustration aside and push through it. You have to find the energy, the will to continue. Casey Blackrose still on that knee. He's holding it tightly, trying to forget about the pain at this point. But Daga's getting back up, slowly but surely, but he's showing a wear and tear in his lower back and the back of his neck, too.
I'm not surprised that they're showing any wear and tear at all. I mean, these two men have been through hell in this match to one another. I mean, in the ring, outside the ring, on the apron, everywhere you can go. These men have been there so far, but Casey says that's it. Is he going to do it? Is he going to hit the Broken Dreams? But no, Daga rolls through, rolls him up. 1, 2. Casey back. 1, 2.
Not quite. They were exchanging pin attempts, but not quite able to pin that shoulder down. Takes down Casey Blackrose with one big blunt force to the head. Picks him up right over. Suplex on the ground. Daga, can you get this one?
Not enough. El Jefe Daga, not enough to put him away, but there you see him just right back on the attack. Can Daga seal the deal? Got the double underhooks. Oh, God, those knees right into the face of Casey Blackrose. 1, 2, 3.
My God. Turned out the light. Casey Blackrose on the ground. Daga now the winner at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. Jefe De Mayo. That was crazy.
Absolutely incredible main event. I mean, taking nothing away from Casey Blackrose there, but Daga, your victor, taking home the W today at Jefe De Mayo. But Doc, how about that performance from the babyface backbreaker Casey Blackrose? What an incredible match we've seen here.
I still think he left with his dignity in this match, considering the fact that he really put out as much as he could with one leg.
I absolutely agree. Casey has nothing to be ashamed of in this match. Took Daga to the absolute limit.
He took himself to the limit as well.
Absolutely. This is one I would love to see run back sometime down the road. Fingers crossed that'll happen.
Fan, don't go away. I was Dr. The Wife today here with the vocal virtuoso.
That's right. I'm Mike Wilkes, and we are both here at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. This has been Jefe De Mayo. Fans, we'll see you here next time. Don't forget to follow Hybrid School of Wrestling on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter at Hybrid SOW, and keep an eye on those for any future information for these shows. We'll see you there.
Thank you so much for your thank you to everyone. Thank you to my shy family over there. It's always a pleasure to come to San Antonio and face all this incredible talent that is here in Hybrid School. I did it with Jake Carlo. It was really good. Diego, really good. Casey, excellent. Thank you to Coach Marvel because you put a lot of effort to building all these amazing athletes. And that's a really good thing because I've traveled all over the world, from Mexico to Japan, to the States, the UK. And I think Harvard is one of the best schools in the world. So tonight is not about Daga, Gresham, and all of these people that we already made it. It's about these young people that work really hard and bust their asses off every single day. So please, the applause today is for Casey Blackrose.
Whoa. You're not gonna get off easy just like that. There's a reason why this man is one of the best professional wrestlers in the world today. Over 200 days as a normal senior heavyweight champion. Let's make some noise for Daga. I've been a part of the hybrid school of wrestling for going on 5 years now. And since when I started, every time I was here, you were always here, helping the younger generation, helping us mold into who we are today. A lot of the people in that back is because you helped. So real quick, I'd like to get all the wrestlers out here from the back real quick. I got something to do. Real quick, the high school of wrestling graduates and wrestlers right here, make some noise! Very, very soon, all these individuals you see back here and in there are going to be in this ring, lighting it up with all of us. Daga, I know you own many championships all across the world. But I think it's time for you to hold one here at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. Look at that. So, from Hybrid, from Marvel, Daga, Funaki, Troy, everyone here and everyone in the audience, this beautiful championship is for you. Come on, make some noise for Daga, come on! Thank you everyone for coming out.
Thank you guys.
Alright, let's send all these beautiful people home the way you know how. Come on, make some noise one more time.
Blackrose and Daga, ladies and gentlemen. Well, did y'all have fun tonight? Y'all enjoyed the show? All right, y'all be sure y'all back here for the next one. Keep an eye on the Hybrid School Wrestling socials, Instagram and Twitter. As soon as we have any details, we'll post it up there.